The private suite above center court at the Steffi Graf Stadium was never meant for ordinary spectators. It was built for presidents, billionaires, royal families, people whose names moved markets and reshaped countries. During early round matches at most tournaments, those seats usually sat empty, untouched behind tinted glass high above the crowd. But on this afternoon in Berlin, something unusual happened. As thousands of fans poured into the stadium carrying Philippine flags and chanting Alex Eala's name, movement appeared behind the dark windows of the VIP section. At first, nobody paid attention. Then somebody recognized him. A whisper started near the media row. Then another. Then suddenly the entire stadium seemed to shift its attention upward. Because sitting inside the most exclusive suite in the arena was a man whose fortune exceeded $100 billion. A man whose name had changed the modern world forever. Bill Gates had arrived in Berlin. And according to multiple people inside the stadium that day, he wasn't there for the tournament. He was there for Alex Eala. That realization spread through the grounds like electricity. Fans stopped mid-conversation. Journalists began texting editors. Tournament officials scrambled through hallways trying to confirm what they were seeing. Even players on nearby practice courts reportedly glanced toward Center Stadium after hearing the rumors. Why would Bill Gates appear at a WTA 500 event in Germany during the first week of the grass season? Why Alex Eala? And what happened behind closed doors after her match left the tennis world completely speechless? To understand why this moment became so surreal, you first need to understand where Alex Eala stood heading into Berlin. Because from the outside, this was supposed to be a dangerous week for her. Just days earlier, she had suffered a brutal straight sets defeat at Queen's Club against her close friend Iva Jovic. The scoreline 6-2, 6-2, looked ugly. Too ugly. For the first time in weeks, doubts started creeping back into conversations surrounding her rise. Was the magical run slowing down? Had opponents finally figured her out on grass? Was the pressure beginning to catch up to her? Those questions only grew louder because standing across the net in Berlin would be one of the hottest players on the entire WTA tour. Donna Vekic. The Croatian veteran had just completed one of the most remarkable runs of the grass court season. At Queen's Club, she entered the tournament as a lucky loser, only reaching the main draw after another player withdrew. Most lucky losers disappear quickly. Vekic did the opposite. She stormed through the draw. She beat top players. She defeated Emma Raducanu in the final. And suddenly she transformed from a struggling former star into one of the most dangerous grass court players in the world again. The title launched her ranking upward. Her confidence exploded. The tennis world began talking about her like a genuine Wimbledon threat. Meanwhile, Alex Eala arrived in Berlin carrying a very different type of momentum. Not loud momentum, quiet momentum, the kind built through consistency, through resilience, through surviving moments most young players crumble under. She had already beaten Vekic twice earlier in the season. First in Auckland, where she recovered from losing the opening set to win a physical 3-set battle. Then again in Melbourne during the Kooyong exhibition event. 2 meetings, 2 wins. And although nobody discussed it loudly enough before Berlin, patterns matter in tennis, especially psychological ones. Because once one player starts repeatedly losing to another, doubt begins appearing before the match even starts. And deep down, Donna Vekic knew that. Still, almost nobody expected what happened next. From the opening game, Alex Eala looked untouchable. The left-handed angles came flying immediately. Her movement looked effortless. Every time Vekic tried to accelerate the pace, Eala absorbed it calmly and redirected it somewhere even more uncomfortable. The Croatian kept trying to shorten points. Eala kept dragging her into rallies anyway. And slowly, something strange happened. The confidence Vekic had carried into Berlin began fading point by point. The crowd sensed it too. This wasn't becoming a battle. This was becoming control. Complete control. The first set disappeared in just 29 minutes. 6-2, and somehow the scoreline still didn't fully explain how dominant Eala looked. Vekic attempted adjustments in the second set. She attacked the net more aggressively. She changed spin. She varied pace. Nothing worked. Because Alex Eala had entered that rare state athletes talk about but almost never sustain complete competitive flow. Every decision looked instinctive. Every shot seemed obvious before it happened. And when she ripped a backhand winner onto the sideline to close the match 6-2, 6-3, the stadium exploded. Philippine flags waved everywhere. Fans screamed her name. And high above center court, inside the VIP suite, Bill Gates stood and applauded. Not politely, not casually, deliberately, like someone watching something important. That image alone would have been enough to dominate headlines. But the real story had not even started yet. Because shortly after leaving the court, Alex Eala reportedly received a message that stunned even members of her own team. Bill Gates wanted to meet her privately. Inside the tournament's restricted VIP section overlooking center court, one of the most powerful businessmen and philanthropists in modern history sat waiting for a 21-year-old tennis player from the Philippines. The contrast felt surreal. On one side of the table sat the co-founder of Microsoft, a man whose decisions shaped global technology and whose foundation has donated billions toward education, healthcare, and poverty reduction across the world. On the other side sat Alex Eala, a young woman who grew up thousands of miles away from tennis traditional power centers. A player who had spent years fighting to prove she belonged in elite conversations. Someone who had been underestimated almost every step of the way. And, according to people familiar with the meeting, Gates had been following her journey for months. Not just the results, the story, the resilience, the refusal to accept limitations placed on her. He reportedly spoke about her Miami Open breakthrough, her rapid climb through the rankings, her willingness to keep competing through pressure most players her age struggle to handle. Then he said something that stayed with everyone who later heard about the conversation. The people who change the world are usually the ones who refuse to accept the limits others place on them. For a moment, the room reportedly went silent. Because that sentence described Alex Eala's career almost perfectly. She had grown up representing a country without a major tennis tradition. She trained far away from home at the Rafa Nadal Academy in Spain. She entered professional tennis carrying expectations from an entire nation while still trying to discover who she was as a player. She faced constant questions. Too small, too inexperienced, too inconsistent, not powerful enough, not ready yet. And every single season, she kept proving people wrong anyway. Gates reportedly told her he admired that, not just as an athlete, as a person. Then came the moment nobody expected. According to sources close to the meeting, Bill Gates revealed that he wanted to nominate Alex Eala for an initiative connected to the Gates Foundation's leadership programs, a project focused on supporting emerging global voices capable of creating impact beyond their professions. Not because she was famous, not because she won one tournament, because of what she represented: discipline, resilience, possibility, perspective. For Eala, the moment reportedly felt overwhelming. She had already experienced surreal milestones over the past year, playing massive matches, facing Grand Slam champions, hearing entire stadiums chant her name. But sitting across from Bill Gates, hearing him speak about her future beyond tennis was something entirely different. Because this wasn't about rankings, or trophies, or prize money. It was recognition at a completely different level. The recognition that what she was building might matter beyond sports itself. Outside the room, nobody knew exactly what was being discussed yet. But rumors spread quickly. Media members noticed the extended meeting. Security movement around the suite intensified. Fans online began connecting dots after spotting Gates during the match broadcast. Then the story exploded. Within hours, social media erupted. Bill Gates meets Alex Eala started trending internationally. Filipino fans flooded platforms with reactions. Tennis commentators debated why Gates specifically chose her. And suddenly, a routine second-round victory in Berlin transformed into one of the most talked-about moments of the grass court season. But perhaps the most fascinating part of the entire story was this: Bill Gates never offered her money. No sponsorship announcement. No flashy endorsement deal. No publicity stunt. Instead, he offered something far more meaningful: validation, perspective, the acknowledgement that her journey mattered. That people at the highest levels of global influence were noticing not only how she played, but how she carried herself through pressure, criticism, expectation, and adversity. For young athletes, moments like that can change everything internally, because tennis careers move fast. One week you feel unstoppable. The next week the world questions you again. But recognition from someone whose entire life was built around identifying potential before others saw it, that stays with you. And the timing could not have been more important, because ahead of Eala stood the biggest stretch of her season. Berlin, then Wimbledon, a possible Grand Slam seeding. The pressure was only increasing. Every match mattered. Every ranking point mattered. Yet after the meeting, members of her team reportedly noticed something different about her energy. Calmer, more grounded, like someone who suddenly understood her career was becoming bigger than individual results. Win or lose, the trajectory had already changed. The next challenge waiting for her in Berlin would be Elena Rybakina, one of the most dangerous grass court players in the world and the 2022 Wimbledon champion. A brutal matchup, the type of test that reveals whether a player truly belongs among the elite. But after everything that happened that day, something about Alex Eala felt different. Not bigger, not louder, more certain. And maybe that was the real significance of Bill Gates appearing in Berlin. Not celebrity, not spectacle, recognition. One of the most successful people on the planet looked at a 21-year-old Filipina tennis player and saw something special enough to stop his world and pay attention. That matters, because long after rankings change, long after trophies fade, long after the grass season ends, moments like this become part of a legacy. And somewhere inside the Steffi Graf Stadium that evening, while the grounds crew prepared the courts for another day of tennis, Alex Eala quietly walked away carrying something more valuable than a win. Belief. Not just her own. The belief of someone who built an empire by recognizing potential before the rest of the world caught up. The grass season continues. Wimbledon waits ahead. And now the entire tennis world is watching even more closely than before. Because if Bill Gates saw something extraordinary in Alex Eala, maybe everyone else should too.